And if you're watching the replay, then please, I'd love you to put an R in here. So today I'm going to talk about celebration. So celebrating your 2023 even. So I think sometimes we so much going on about 2024, we forget to celebrate what we've achieved in 2023. Now, if you think of a sat nav, the first thing, if you want to put an address in, it will ask you where you are right now. So that's very important. But in order to set our vision for 2023 and 2024, we need to actually embrace what we've achieved in 2023 and actually think about 2024. So where are you now? Now, if I say to you, how has your 2023 gone? What do you first think about? Do you think it's been amazing? It's been a struggle? It's been awful? It's been a challenge? It's been a peak and a trough? I would say probably the majority of you have had some great times and some not great times. That whole roller coaster of meeting challenges, having challenges unexpectedly, and therefore, having some peaks and some troughs. So when you're thinking about your 2023, have a look at your diary. It's so easy to focus on just the last month. What happened yesterday? What happened this morning? Never forgetting that you had some magic stuff that happened maybe earlier on the year that you've completely forgotten. So part of this, I want to ask you a few questions. So I hope you've got a pen and paper. And if you haven't got pen and paper and you're watching on replay, then please pause it for a second, go and get your pen and paper or your pencil or your Remarkable, whatever works for you. And I'm going to ask you these questions. So the first question I've already just mentioned is, how are you feeling about 2023? What emotions, if somebody asked you, how's your year gone? What would you be your honest answer? Would it be, it's been amazing, it's been fantastic, it's been hell, it's been awful? What language are you using as part of that? Because sometimes our language does describe how we're feeling, but actually that can make us feel worse. So what language, and I'm not saying don't be dishonest. If you've had a really challenging year, then use it's been challenging. If you say you've had a terrible year, I'm not saying it's not been tough. Actually, that means that we can actually think of it as terrible and miss out all the magic. So the first question is, how are you feeling about 2023? And the next question, far more positive, if you've had a challenging time, what went well? Now, I guarantee there's a load of things that you can list that went well, which before this exercise, you might not even have realized. So people you've met, friendships you developed, job opportunities that came up you didn't expect. Maybe you've started your business. Maybe you've made a decision that actually business is not for you and you've actually decided to change track. Now, while that could be a really traumatic decision to make, actually you're setting up for huge success in 2024. So what went well? What didn't go so well? And then get that into perspective. And when you're thinking about what didn't go well and what did go well, just list those events or list what made it go well and what didn't make it go well. And as part of that, what were you learning in either way? Now, you're learning if things did go really well was, wow, I'm way more confident, way more resilient, way more capable than I ever imagined. I never thought I'd get through that. So an example, a group of us, we climbed Snowdon in September. Now, it was amazing and it was incredible. It was a test of resilience. The weather was terrible. The winds were 40, 50 miles an hour. We had hail. Do you expect hail in September? And torrential rain. And, it was crazy. A little bit into it, I fell, slipped down the mountain a little bit, caught myself, bit sore, got up, carried on. And in the middle of it, I had a bit of a moment of when I was in an avalanche in Afghanistan and in Nepal. And so therefore, I had this moment of fear. And I thought, right, I just got to step one step at a time. So I stepped one step at a time, next step, next step, next step. And I got to the top. Big celebration, knowing also that we had to get down again and the weather was deteriorating even more. So got down to the bottom, real celebration, felt really great, took my hand, glove off my hand. I thought, oh, that's a bit sore. Realised I'd broken my hand. And all's good now, but took a while, no driving for 6 weeks, no gym and so forth. And so that was a bit of a challenge. However, I could have thought of that as, oh, it was a nightmare, it was a disaster, I've broken my hand, it's been awful, exercise is my passion, etc., etc. I learned so much from that event. I had more resilience than I thought. I felt in integrity with myself because I'm all about resilience and confidence. And so therefore, I really felt I was practicing what I preached. And I'm so grateful for the experience because I can share that with others, my recent experience, never mind stuff in the army. I can share that story with those I support to say, you have everything within you. There's nothing broken. There's nothing fixed. You have it all. Anyway, so that's the question. What went well and what didn't go well? The next question, what have you learned? Like I learned, I absolutely am more resilient than I thought, and I was practicing what I preached. And so what of that learning are you going to take forward to 2024? Because this is the gold, absolute gold that you can take forward in 2024. So what feelings and behaviours do you want to leave behind in 2023? Now, it could be a sense of overwhelm. It could be that feeling that you're not good enough. All sorts of stuff could come up when you answer that question. And what can you do to ensure that you do leave a lot of that behind in 2023? And who do you need to help you in 2024 to make sure you don't fall back into that emotion or that behaviour? So who are your cheerleaders? But actually, the other thing is what do you want to take that you didn't realise you had into 2024? That maybe that resilience, you thought you're more resilient, more confident, the fact you've actually stepped up and shined in ways that you didn't think possible. Take that real good feeling into 2024. So have a think about, did you have any plans for 2023? When January this year, did you think, right, by the end of this year, I'm going to be X, Y, and Z. I'm going to be multimillionaire. I'm going to have amazing business. I'm going to have a wonderful relationship, all this stuff that we dream about. And some of that might not have happened. However, there's nothing wrong with that. You are where you are. You are in the right place where you are right now, even if it might not be where you want to be. You are in the place where destiny, if you're religious, God, or whether, the universe, whatever you want to believe in, you are learning the lessons you need to learn right now. So what can you take forward into 2024? So what's worked out this year that you can build on? What took you off track? What was it about that took you off track? Was it because you didn't have the right people around? Was it because you didn't have the knowledge? Was it because you like a bit like me, likes lots of shiny things and therefore can easily be distracted? So in which case, did you have the accountability? Maybe that was why you didn't go on track, in which case maybe that's what you need for 2024 is more accountability. And the most important thing is, what are you celebrating? What are you celebrating that you've achieved in 2023? And what are you proud of? Be so proud of something that you've achieved, because we've all achieved a huge amount. And it could be when things were tough, you got out of bed in the morning. It could be that you called those people even though you didn't want to call. Because courage is when you have no guarantee of the outcome. So when have you shown courage this year? I bet you've shown way more courage than you could have ever imagined. So as I finish off this live, I want you to think about, what are you celebrating in yourself right now? And what are you going to take forward? All the good stuff in 2023 can you take forward to 2024? And what are you proud of? Because that is the feel-good factor. And I encourage you, in the process of doing that, is go back through your calendar since the 1st of January this year, and I guarantee that there'll be loads of stuff that you had forgotten about, that you've achieved, that you just didn't even think was something achieving. But in retrospect, it's something to be really proud of. So here's my 10 minutes for today. I'm actually back on tomorrow as well at 11 o'clock to give you another live. So I'd love to see you there. And yes, I'd love to hear your comments in the chat. And I'd love to speak to you soon. And I'm here. So here to support you. So take care and let's just celebrate. Look after yourself. Bye-bye.